Hey there, FlossTube. This is Heidi, the PottyMouthStitcher, welcoming you to a dreary kind of Monday here in Virginia. If you're new here, this is a channel about cross stitch, primarily. Some of the other weird little things I get into, but pretty much just cross stitch. So if that's what you were looking for, you found it. Welcome aboard. Anyone that's been here before, welcome back. My little stitchy sisters and stitchy misters, it's good to see you again. And I hope you had a good weekend. So before we get started today, I just wanted to say a really big thank you to a YouTuber that is in Australia that gave me a shout out. That was very kind. Her name is Nancy. And her channel name is Bohemian Stitcher. I'm sorry, no, Bohemian Stitchery. I said that wrong. Sorry, Bohemian Stitchery. Her name is Nancy. She has kids, she works full time, and she does all kinds of cross stitch and a lot of diamond painting too. So if you're interested in any of that, please go check her out. She's a lot of fun to watch. Very sweet. Again, I don't know how she gets it all done, but she's a lot of fun. So give her a watch. Subscribe and watch her channel. It's pretty cool. I've enjoyed it so far. So thank you very much, Nancy. Oh, Bear decided he wanted to come and see us. Bear, you want to say hi? Look, I got Bear. Ta-da, there's Bear. And Felix, the super producer, asleep in his normal spot. So we're going to see if we can make it through here without Bear totally trying to steal the show. Right, Bubby? You going to hang out? We'll see. I'll apologize now. He still has that horrible cough, but he may settle down. You may hear some disgusting noises in the background eventually. We'll find out. Anyways, so thank you to Nancy, Bohemian Stitchery. Back to our normal program until the next animal steals the show. Oh, see that? He can let himself out on the porch. Yeah, he's good. Go check it out, Bubby. He's like, I hear birds. I'm going to go check that out. Anyways, I digress. Also, a few videos ago, I had given away some... He's a big boy. He's got to open it all the way. I had given away some patterns to some subscribers. God bless them. And last week before, I got a thank you note back from one of them. That would be Miss Lorraine. Sent me this really cool note. Thank you, Lorraine. But also attached to it was that cute little duck. Look at him. I think he's adorable. I tried. Did I tell you that story? I don't remember. I tried to crochet. Again, the grandma that taught me how to cross stitch, she taught me macrame, which I could figure out. And I think I actually finished a couple projects. And she tried several times for crochet, and I could kind of get it, but I guarantee you, Grandma Frida finished all of those projects I started because I just am not. My brain doesn't work well with yarn for some reason. I can rug hook. That's simple enough. I can dye the rug wool. But I cannot crochet to save my life. I can knit. A friend of mine's husband, of all things, taught me how to knit. I just don't know how to end the scarf. So I have a scarf. Can't end it. Needles are still there. I don't know what I'm doing. So I like to dabble in all kinds of things, and that's why I stick with cross stitch. Because at least I can finish those. Well, for the most part. So life update real quick before we get into the good stuff. Again, if you've been here, you've heard me talk about the feral cat we have had in the area. He's been here a couple years now. I call him Will Ferrell. He is a smart little booger, or I should say was, so there's kind of a spoiler alert. He did show up last week, not looking good. And the fact that he came up to me said he was sick. This cat never got within 30 feet of me. He liked to sit and watch. Unfortunately, he terrorized my cats to the point of at least 3, if not 4 different vet trips for them to get stitched up or at least looked at with antibiotics, yada yada. So he came up to me, very skinny, not right. I got him to eat and got him kind of trapped in the garage, and called my vet. I tried to call animal control. They don't deal with cats, whatever. So I called my vet and I said, you know, obviously something's wrong with this poor little thing. If I bring him in, can you kind of give him a look-see? But the way he looks, I don't think he's going to make it. Would you take care of him for me? And by take care of, I mean euthanize, and I'm sorry for that. He's had a rough life anyways, but he was really looking rough. And when I had him in there and he was laying down on a blanket, he got up to move around and there was a mess underneath him. You could tell he had some sort of wound. He must have tangled with something else, something bigger than him. And he was definitely infected. He was rough. So God bless Salem Animal Hospital. They took him in, looked him over, and we all agreed that yes, he was too far gone to even consider helping, if I could even keep him out in the garage so that he could rehab. But so they were kind enough to put him down, and it broke my heart to do it, because as much as I kind of hated this cat because he was tearing up my babies, and but at the end I'm sitting there crying for him because, you know, I feel bad. Nobody loved him, so we tried to at least make it better at the end. So that's my Will Ferrell update. And let me see, what is today, the 12th? So, you know, just kind of a depressing life update. The 10th was the 1 year mark of my dad's passing. So, wasn't the best day. But I stayed busy and it was okay. And I say that just to let people know that if you are dealing with the loss of someone in your life, you know, you're not alone. It's a day by day process, and we all get through it. And we're allowed to miss them and think of them, and do special things in their honor, and that's good. So sorry that I got all choked up here. I'm gonna move on to some nicer stuff. So I hope you stayed with me, and you're like, oh God, she's getting all sappy. I thought this was about the cross stitch, and what the hell's her problem? No. So next time we'll have a better life update. We'll just do it that way. But this time, kind of blah. But the good thing, since the last video, I have gotten all kinds of stitchy stuff done. Maynia was successfully completed, so I did the 5 new starts. You're about to see the 2 I think you hadn't seen yet, and we'll give you the progress of the others. So again, pardon the snot. It's getting better. First up, I'm going to start with, lo and behold, a finish. Kinda. We have a finish. That would be my Jeanette Douglas, My Summer by the Sea. So again, the last time you saw this, it was almost done. So I finally finished the cute little interior zigzag, whatever. Made me a cuss a few times, not gonna lie. Look at that. Yep. It's absolutely jacked up in a couple different ways, but we made it work. Don't look too closely. See? Here's the 6-foot mark, right? It looks gorgeous, doesn't it? Absolutely. But there she is. So it's not the whole thing finished, of course, but there's the summer season finished. With the exception of the beads. I'll do all the beads at the end so I don't get them messed up when in the Q-snap. But yay, I got it finished. Only took me 6 videos to give you a finish worth looking at. Kinda. Anyways, there's that. Super happy with it again. It's a fun stitch. All of you that have it in your stash, go get it. Get it going. Lots of fun. So this is on 36 count maritime linen. Oh, oops, if I have it the right way. 36 count maritime linen. I'm using the floss packs, so it's mostly silks. I'm doing 1/2 because that's what it's called for. And again, when you're using a floss pack, you do what they say. The next up is going to be Autumn by the Sea. I'm going to head over to the upper right corner. There's Autumn by the Sea. So again, It mirrors itself with the same basic pattern, just the motifs kind of change up a little bit. And this, again, I got all the floss packs for it. There's your floss pack, so the colors are a little bit different. Still gorgeous. It's going to be fun. Be nice to get that one started. Oh, where should I put this pile? You'll work. So that's a finish. Yay! How exciting! Happy clap! Maybe. Maybe we can make that more of a rule instead of an exception, right? So the new starts that you haven't seen yet would be Lacy Cottage Sampler by, ooh, try not to kick this, Rosewood Manor. Again, I picked this up on my trip home. I believe I got it in the West Virginia shop in St. Albans. Village Sampler, I believe is the name of it. Having a little brain fart there. The picture, again, you've heard me say it 1,000 times, the picture doesn't do it any justice. There's the gorgeous colors. You know, that is just, I love the purples. Can't wait to start seeing the purples. This is done on Heirloom, 36 count by Needle Bling. And I have just a couple little leaves done. Nothing exciting, but it's a start. So we're winning. That was start number 4 of 5 for Maynia. And then the 5th one, which I also counted as my birthday's, not really a sale, but I guess it could be. I know a lot of people are doing this pattern, and I can see why. Not only is it beautiful just to look at the pattern, which is considered the Lilies, Heartstring Samplery. I fell in love. Oh my goodness. I went ahead and I bought 46 count linen for this. It's the first time I've ever attempted 46 count linen. I had to get out the big girl glasses for that, let me just tell you, so I could see with my old eyes. Oh my gosh. Fell in love. Again, here's colors. At least most of them. I just got a couple from 123 Stitch. I haven't put on the floss drops yet. And it is a 46 count, like I said, cappuccino, fiber on a whim, 1/2. And look at that. Oh my gosh. I love it. It's not much. It's the top left corners where I decided to start. But I love the colors. Certainly helps that the little grime guard kind of matches. Totally by mistake, but whatever. Sometimes it helps. But oh my gosh, just those tiny little stitches. I love the coverage with one thread on 46. Yeah, I think I'm going to see a lot more 46 in my future. It's going to be bad. But anyways, it's been kind of hard because I zipped through that little bit. And, you know, me and my weird little, the way I work on all my whips with my little pick my projects and pick a stitch count and whatever. I only had, since it was a new start, I only wanted to do 1,000 stitches, which is basically 10 blocks worth of stuff. So it really wasn't even 1,000 stitches. And I have been wanting to work on that again. So I think I'm either the rest of this month and definitely June, whatever. It's probably for the foreseeable future going to be a focus project. So in between working on the others, as I finish those up, I'll probably go back and work on that for a day or two here and there. It's just too beautiful and fun to stitch to not keep working on that. So, do what makes you happy, right? So that's going to be the one that goes in between all the others. Not saying that the others aren't fun stitches too, but it's, you know, everybody has their one that they're like, oh, I want to see that one. And goodness knows she's a big girl. She's going to take a while, so she's going to need some focus. So those, again, those are my 2 other new starts, total of 5 for Maynia. that was the birthday start. My birthday was the 1st. Yay, I'm another year older. You know, yippee. Just saw the doctor again and got on the old list for a colonoscopy. That's good times. You know, just all the fun that comes with getting older. I understand plenty of people don't get the privilege. I'm trying to put a positive spin on it. But whatever. Do what you gotta do. So, whips. Okay, so it's been a little over 2 weeks, just over 2 weeks since we've visited with one another. In those 2 weeks, I've worked on 8 different projects. I think that's a record for me. That's the only reason why I'm saying that. Like I said, we knew we'd hear from Bear at some point. So, 8 different projects. That's what I'm doing. So whips are next. Again, we're going to go over the other ones that I did just start last month first. So they should look somewhat familiar to you. And fairly popular projects too. So I'm sure you've probably seen them with other FlossTubers. First up is Blackberry House by Plum Street. Sure you've probably seen it. This is one of the first projects I bought a couple years ago. I just love it. So cute. Here are our colors. Not a lot, really. All the pretty greens. Can't beat that. And this is a mystery fabric. I didn't write down what this one was. It's a 32 count, so I'm doing 2 over 2. And when you first saw it, I just had one little leaf done, that top green leaf. So I've added a couple others. And again, with this being a 32 count, I tell you, going from the 46 to 32 is kind of like, wow, all of a sudden I'm stitching on burlap. You know, it's a big difference. But awfully cute. I'm really looking forward to getting into more of the color on that one. I think my first new start I did was Seasons of the Heart, doing summer. Thought it was appropriate. What was this? Market of last year, I believe. By With Thy Needle and Fred. Needle and Fred. Brenda Gervais. With Thy Needle and Fred. Oh my God, I'm going to say it again. You know what I'm talking about. You know who it is. She's amazing. Again, the 40 count mystery fabric. And this is the colors for all 4 of those projects, so not just that one. And if you remember, and if you are new, you don't, of course. I first started up over here, and I was doing, again, I think this is 40 count. I've not gotten my little doohickey out to measure it. I really suck at figuring that out anyways. I just know it's fairly small. So I started over here, and I did the 1 over 2, because you would think that's normal for 40 count, but I did not like the coverage on that. So I went to 2 over 1 for the, 2 over 2 for the rest of it. You see how that's a big, huge difference coverage-wise. Maybe I'm hallucinating, but I see a big difference. Again, the 6-foot test, not so much. So, you know, whatever. Maybe I'll fix it, maybe I won't. But moving right along, and this is the biggest part of the whole thing, obviously, with its kind of like full coverage, but it's beautiful. I love the colors already. We'll see. Stay tuned. We'll see if I fix it or not. How ambitious I get with that one. Next up is Freedom Reigns, I believe. Yeah. Silver Creek samplers. There's that one. Got a little patriotic theme here. Can't not love all the flags and such. So this one is 32 count. Shrekie's Tan. So I'm doing a 2 over 2. Made pretty good progress. This one's a really cute little stitch. All of her stuff is just delightful to work with. Really like the green on the bottom. Cute. Sorry, can't quite see. I'm in my own way. I believe that's grasshopper. It's got beautiful variegation on it. It's really, really pretty. Yeah. Gentle Arts grasshopper. There it is. Isn't that pretty? And here's all the other pretty colors that go with it. And yeah, like I said, that's going pretty quick. I might actually have that one finished by summer of this year. What's that about? Finish something the same year I started? That's crazy talk. Speaking of not finishing something the same year I start, this is already the second year I've worked on this project. I started it last fall. I don't have the start date on here, but I'm pretty certain it was last October or November. And that would be Hawk Run Hollow. Hawk Run Halloween. Let's say the whole thing. And you've seen it 100 times. What's not to love? I love all the Hawk Run stuff. If I live 2 lifetimes, I might get it all done. We got weird things going on in the house. These are just the colors for that one tiny little square that I'm working on. Go check it out, Felix. What's going on? And there we go. Last time you saw it was just the tombstones, because I was struggling with this one. It was a lighter color in there. You couldn't really see the RIP. So I just used the same color from this one over here and went over it just so you could see it. Again, from a distance, it was not showing up at all. It was just kind of like, oh, look, a big gray blah, you know. So I changed it up. I finished off the box and then worked on some stuff up there just to give myself a break from that full coverage bottom. Another big girl. This is going to be big. Any of you that have started it already know, wowzer, this thing is kind of got a life of its own. Speaking of big and full coverage, I finally got to work on my Hay design. It's been a hot minute. I don't know if y'all have ever seen, I'm sure you probably have. This is a Randall Spangler called Village Bookstore. And again, there are so many really cute little, I don't know, cats and people, and every time I look at it, you find something new. I'm getting dangerously close to this spire right here. I've got like this. I'm like, oh, so close to not just have black and blues. But I'll show you the threads. It almost takes 2 hands to hold them up. There's all the pretties. And here is what she looks like. Basically what I've done since you've seen it last is like this row and then start on this. But again, at least there's enough there you can kind of see what you're looking at. It's not just like, whoa, that's just a whole lot of color. So, again, this is one that's going to take me, I don't know, 5 years to do. Probably. Maybe more the rate I'm going. Or maybe I'll get even more excited about it when I finally start working on something other than blue sky and black leaves. So, here's hoping. With that, I'm just using the 25 count grid cloth. If you ever get into the Hay design stuff, by all means, that's what I would recommend. Unless you truly a masochist of some sort. It seems to be the easiest thing to work with. And I use the pattern keeper for that just because I can't imagine going through the 30-some pages, teeny tiny print, regular paper pattern. I'd be a much more impressive person than I could do that. So those are my whips so far. Again, you've seen a total of 8 projects. What? In 2 weeks' time? Wow, how does she do it? I don't know. Anyways, on top of that, on the last video I was talking about the planner, my planner dilemma. I've been through I don't know how many planners just trying to get something that works for me or to figure it out. And again, I just found a Walmart special. It's one of those weird halvesy ones. So it's 2 years total since it started technically in July of this year. And so the last 6 months are on I can't really speak. So the 2025 is the first 6 months of 2025. I just kind of crossed out the 25 and made it 23. So it's not really in order, but whatever. I'm really just tracking things. It's not like I'm going to keep these for posterity. I suppose maybe I will because I'm weird, or someday when I'm dead, people will look through this and go, what the hell? What is she keeping this crap for? I don't know. We all have our things, right? Pardon me, the tickle was starting. So anyways, I went in, let's use May just because it's filled out. And anything with the pink little whatever highlight around it is the new start. And a yellow was a FlossTube day. Just so I can keep track of that. And I think like I don't know. I thought I had my summer finish in here somewhere. Oh yeah, where it is. Whatever. That's just a different color. Different color. Highlight. So if I had two things in one day, I just did the two. Over here, I started the challenge at the beginning of the year through the Extreme Cross Stitch Challenge page on Facebook. And they have all kinds of challenges going on. Like how many a day you want to do, what's your goal, this and that. I started with something simple, which was 23 starts and finishes in 2023. So that's what this is. So again, since I had a bunch of starts this month, there it is, whatever. And then I numbered which one I'm at. So where are we at? 21 at 23. It helped that I had a bunch of the little Mill Hill kits that I've done over the past few months. I've shown those on I think the second video. I think I showed my Mill Hill stuff. Those are things I do work on at work. Shh, don't tell. So, because they're small and there's not linen that can get dirty if I put it down on my desk and walk away. God forbid somebody else comes along, gets their grimy little hands all over it. So I don't do bad. Hi, Bear Dog. You want to say hi? You ready? There he is. Hi, Bear. Look how cute he is. Yeah, Felix is still snoring over there. Anyways, all you animals out lovers out there that have been asking me, where is Felix? How's Bear doing? There you go. Bear had surgery again this week. We got that big old lump off his foot finally, and it looks great. He's doing good with that. So thanks for everybody asking about Bear. He is living his best life. Also in the back, I kind of took over the contacts section and made it my own. Well-placed stickers to get rid of the contacts. But anyways, it's basically just a tracking so that I can see how many stitches I've done on certain things and a percentage of how far along I'm on the project. This is where I nerd out on some stuff. I like the numbers. Makes you feel like you got a little progress going on. There's through May. You gonna lay down, Bubby? Oh, there we go. He's getting comfortable. You know, you think you're doing pretty good, right? And then you see that good old Hayed design where I'm at like 4.6% or something depressing. But hey, others say 100%, 67. It's in there. There's progress. So that's what I did. I don't know, $10 out the Walmart. It's working for me so far. I'm finally happy with something. And we can all be thrilled that I'm finally happy with something. So you all don't have to keep hearing me bitch and whine and complain about finding a planner that I like to geek out on. So, yay! The angels sing. We all rejoice. So, and again, I also use like the little Stitch Pal app to help me, and that helps just, you know, when I'm done with the little section, I put in, yeah, I did 200 stitches, blah, blah, blah. So if I forget, it helps me figure that out down the road. Again, with the geeky number stuff. So before I get into my plans and what little bit of haul I have, I just wanted to talk to you about something else I've been working on. If you're you've been here before, you've heard me talk about the freeze dryer stuff that I've been working on. You've seen some of the goodies. I've gotten a lot of questions, you know, what's a freeze dryer versus dehydrator, things like that. I usually kind of just give you the patent answer, so please don't think I'm brushing you off. There's so much information out there done by people that are infinitely more knowledgeable about it than I am. Check out YouTube videos about it. There's all kinds. If you're truly interested, you want to check it out. That's where I've told everybody, just go check out YouTube, put in freeze dryer. Trust me, you'll get more than you want to know. It is quite the rabbit hole. It is not a dehydrator. You know, dehydrators are usually like the circle things. You can easily fit it somewhere in your kitchen. This does not. This is about the size of like a mini fridge, and then it has a separate pump that's attached to it. So this is out in the studio. This is not even in my house. I have it out in the studio so that I can, my crafty studio, so that it can have its own designated space. And it is kind of noisy. It's not like a hideous noise, but you know, not something I want to listen to all day long. And when you're running a batch of fruit or vegetable, it's 18 to 24, 30 hours, depending on what you're freeze drying. So there's just the overview. So, like I said, you've seen me show some goodies. I have more goodies to show. Like just today, I pulled out a batch of, you can see that. Those are cheesecake bites. So I bought just one of those cheesecake samplers. It had 4 different flavors in it. And cut them up into bite size and put them in the freeze dryer. I'm not going to lie. They're pretty darn tasty. Oh yeah. And then what was yesterday? Yesterday was bananas. Bananas. So why I'm bringing this up is because what I'm working on is I would like to start a subscription box. So this is something for you guys. So you get a chance to try them. There's plenty of other companies out there. You'll see them at the farmers markets, whatever, where you can try some of this stuff and buy just a little bit at a time, and that's wonderful. That's kind of like, you know, if I did a subscription box, I'm thinking at this point I would do it quarterly. Again, this stuff does take time to do. I don't know if it's something I could do monthly per se, but to get a good variety of things to send to someone, I would rather just start quarterly for now. I'm looking to start it in August, and I'm kind of, the reason, I don't know what to say here, but the reason I'm kind of drawn to this to share with you is I like to have them here with me in my little stitchy spot. Again, you can pick these things up, you can touch them, you can eat them. You're not dealing with cheesy powder and or melting chocolate or whatever, that now you got to get up and go wash your hands and whatever, because God knows you don't want to get that stuff all over your linen, let alone, you know, you're griming up your needle too, and then it's just everywhere. So it's something you can mindlessly still chew on and not worry about hurting what you're working on. I like it because, again, the fruits and vegetables are what sold me more than anything. I'm not a tiny person. I'm plenty fluffy. I think you could easily see that. But this has changed even what I take to work. You know, I'll just take a little sealed box. They do better if they stay sealed away from the air. You can put them in sandwich bags, but after a day or two, it reabsorbs some of the moisture from the air. So the crispness is kind of gone. The flavor's still there. It's just not as crunchy. So I was kind of drawn to the fact that they're crunchy, so you get that kind of concept that you're eating a chip, but you have the intense flavor, because it seems like when you take the moisture out of it, which is what the freeze dryer is kind of doing, but it's doing it and leaving it kind of fluffier, if that makes sense, instead of just a dehydrator, which, you know, that makes like a thick banana chip that's dehydrated. It's super hard, very dense. This isn't. So you have to kind of keep it sealed away from air otherwise. See, so here's a banana chip. See how it's kind of crunchy? You can actually pull it apart. It's crunchy. Awesome. Anyways, it seems like when you pull that, when the moisture comes out of it through the freeze drying process, it leaves all the flavor. So it's even more banana-y, if that's a word, than say just a banana is. So very good. So again, that's why I wanted to try it with you. See if you're interested. If you're not, I get it. I understand. Like I was saying, sorry to hop all over the place. I didn't have good notes for this, so you're just getting me off the cuff. Which is why, now you know why I have notes. What I take to work, I just have like a combination of stuff with me. It's easy to just go from there, and it's not junk. My other favorite thing I've done is I love sweet tea, and I love having lemon in my water. So I freeze dried some lemons, and now I put it in my ice with my drink, whatever, whether it's tea or water. Whether it's tea if I'm home, it's water if I'm at work. And then you get the infused flavor very quickly. It doesn't take long. I've done it with the strawberries too, so if you like the infused water flavors, you can get all kinds of stuff. I mean, the possibilities are infinite really with that. But that's one of my favorite things on top of it. But again, going back to the box itself, it would be quarterly. You'll probably get 4 to 6 different bags of goodies. We're talking, I brought some pictures, like either mixed bags. So this is a bigger bag. This is, again, this is very light. So it's deceiving when I tell you this is probably 2 ounces worth of fruit. And you're like, 2 ounces, whatever. I'm going to tell you that's almost a whole apple, at least half a pear. That's probably 3 strawberries in there, and half a mango. You know, so that's the mix of it in there. You can see all the colors without some of the glare. But that's a bigger bag as opposed to like the smaller bag, which is, these are zucchini and squash chips with ranch powder. Really good. Like this. Ice cream sandwiches. They're the bomb. So again, they're in these little either craft or Mylar bags. I think I'd shown you these before. This is peppermint taffy, and it absolutely melts in your mouth. And they taste like those old-time super awesome buttermints. Oh, they're so good. Evil, evil. So again, you know, any kind of candy like this is what it does. It puffs up, and you know, after you spend $1 bajillion on your dental work, you don't want to eat those things anymore. Now you can, because it melts in your mouth. It's like a crunchy little puff. It's not tacky taffy anymore. There's some strawberries. It's strawberry season, so I've got all kinds of strawberries right now. So again, infused water, lemon and strawberry is excellent together. So that's what I'm thinking of. I would have like maybe 3 big bags, 2 or 3 small bags, maybe samples of something else I'm working on. I would like to do like some overnight oats. I've got some recipes for that to try with the freeze-dried fruit, whatnot. You can do drink mixes, stuff the way you want to do it, whether that's iced coffee or hot chocolate, whatever. Again, stuff I'm kicking around to try. I'm excited just thinking about it, just trying to do something different to give others something different to try. This isn't something you see every day. This is never something I'm ever going to be able to, you know, crank out 1 million of these. This is just me. So if that's something that interests you, the name I'm going with is Stitchy Snacks Sampler Box. You can already have that name on Instagram. Go head over there and subscribe. I'll have more posts coming soon. I really don't have anything there at the moment. I'm trying to get some decent pictures of this product, and then hammering out again specifics about the box and a definite date, price range, whatever. I'm thinking $35 to $45. Hopefully I can do that, you know, with shippings included, so you don't have to worry about that. Again, nothing's solidified just yet, other than really want to do it for August. Try to keep it seasonal. Got any comments? Got any ideas? Something you'd like to see? You think I'm freaking nuts for even doing this? Hey, let me know. Either at, comments below, my Instagram at PottyMouthStitcher, or again, this is called Stitchy Snacks Sampler Box. I'd love to hear what you have to say, even if you're an idiot. Trust me, I tell myself that every day, so wouldn't be a surprise. But anyways, enough of that. I've showed you all the good stuff. I still have wonderful banana, yummy flavor in my mouth. So anyways, plans. Back to cross stitch. If I had funky graphics, back to cross stitch. Maybe that was all just a dream, right, Bear? Was it a dream? Anyways, I'm almost done. I don't have it right here in front of me, but my little book, if I can do this without tipping over my whole tower of whips. I'm back. My little cheat box or book that I have my little projects I'm working on. You see, these are the ones I've done, so I fold them over so I can move along. Still got a little bit longer to go there on the old Hawk Run. And Lacey Cottage, I'm slack-a-lacking on that. I have 2 leaves done. And let me see, anything else? Oh, Seasons of the Heart, the one with the little red house. Need to get that one finished up. But that's it. So I'll probably be pulling some, get my old stick picks out and getting the next batch going. Again, I've enjoyed that because if I get tired of looking at, say, all the black on Hawk Run, I can switch over to something else that needs to be worked on and see something different. So in my Gemini brain that likes to hop from one thing to the next all day long, it seems to be working for me. And again, y'all are happy that I finally found something. You don't have to hear me complain about it all the time. And so I'm going to pick those, get the next 5 or 6 projects on there. And again, this makes certain I'm hitting all the whips. Get a little bit of project on them, or process. I really, words are hard. For Heidi trying to speak. Take 2. Gets more progress done on all the projects, at least somewhat equally, and one doesn't just kind of sneak to the back of the box and doesn't get worked on. So that's how I somehow justify going out and buying new projects, because, yay, I'm working on so many right now. Certainly I'll get them done someday, right? Is that the voice everybody hears in their head? Oh, go ahead and buy all that. Anyways, so yeah, like I said, I'm going to focus on Consider the Lilies, because it's a wonderful little project. It's a lot of fun. If you haven't already got it, go get you one. And if you haven't tried the super high count of anything yet, you know what? I was kind of skeptical. I was a little nervous, but now I'm kind of hooked. So look out. You're probably going to see a lot more 46 count. So haul, what little bit I got was, I needed to get a couple more colors for Consider the Lilies. So I went ahead and picked something off my wish list to make it worth shipping that stuff to me, right? So I've been eyeing this one for a long time. One Nation. I think, Bygone Stitches? I've been watching people do this one for years and years. Even a friend of mine bought it, 10 plus years ago. I think it would be really cool. We'll see if I actually get this done. Like all the little, I don't know if they're diamonds or what, without seriously getting the old glasses on. Stars, maybe? In between all the states. Like get the Mill Hill beads and make those pop a little bit. Maybe add a little Mill Hill beads to those stars. Just, again, for a little, it's red, white, and blue. But change it up a little bit. So if I can find Mill Hill beads that kind of match those 3 colors, then I think I'm going to play with that. At least that's that's plan A. Stand by. We'll see what actually happens. But I bought, what is this, 36 count? 32 count platinum to go with that. Ta-da! Didn't want to go super brown. This seems awful dark. But we'll see. I may regret that with that white. We'll see how the white shows up on this. And if it's not, then that's a beautiful sampler color for any sampler probably. So I may change that up. We'll see. Again, not on my radar to start anytime soon, but you know, why pay $3 to have 2 colors sent to you when you could have so much more added to your cart? That's right. Bring it home. So that's all I have for you all today. Hope you all have a wonderful week. Again, today is June 13th. 12th. Monday, the 12th. Gosh. I hope to see you again probably about 10 days. You know, if I don't really have anything much to show you, I'm not going to bore you with me just rattling on about something. If and when I get to the point, I don't say if, when I get to the point of having more specifics about the Stitchy Snacks sampler box, I might just do like a FlossTube extra, just a little whatever, go through what's in it, and go from there. Oh wait, I do have one more thing. I lied. Bonus for those of you that actually stayed through this whole thing. I was going through my sewing stuff, and I saw one of these little gizmos. Anyone ever seen one of these? Puts all the little needles in there. So if you're hand quilting or whatnot, it's nice to have, it's like, has what, 10 different spots, I believe. And you load, they're numbered, and this all turns so that you can load them numerically one way or the other. You know, you start at 10 and roll it back 9 down to 1, and then you pull out thread number 1. All of mine are empty up until 8, and then when you pull out number 8, there you go. There's your thread. I thought, you know, I see all these people doing the, you know, one color samplers, whether it's Long Dog or Quakers or whatever, and I thought, y'all need to be using one of these. Pretty slick, because then you can load up 10 of your needles and it's ready to go, right? Don't know why it wouldn't work for cross stitch just as well as it did for hand quilting. I mean, it's the same concept. So this is a Clover product. I have found them, I found this at a quilt store, but I think I've seen them at Joann's. Certainly you're going to find them online, but again, that's the name of it, Clover. It's a Japanese product. Again, this just kind of locks on there. You put your whatever in there, stick it in there. It has like a little foam thing. You can feel it when you do it, and then you just wind it until, let me see if I can show you. All right, so the only open spot there, you stick it in, dun, 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 like so. And then you go over here to where the little slit in the side is.